Onto is this car, this specific model comes with the... So yes guys, today we're in a new shape Golf R. We're in a Mark 8 Golf R today. We've got a little review on this, like we mentioned in the last video. We've got a white Mark 8 Golf R today, performance pack. There's too much to say about this car, so yeah, let's get straight into this. Make sure you guys like, comment and subscribe. We'll be giving you a quick little walk around like we always do, some cinematics, and hopefully get to take you guys in a little spin in it. But yeah, let's get straight into this. So as you guys can see from the outside, it's typical Golf R. As you guys know, this is a Mark 8, but there's something a little bit different about this one, which we'll get onto in a second. But this exact model that we've got today is the performance pack. So obviously this includes drift mode. Obviously it's got Estro black alloy wheels as well, heated steering wheels, the IQ lights as well, which absolutely looks stunning, as you guys can see there as well. Once that's started up, we'll show you guys that as well. As you guys can see as well, 19-inch alloy wheels in Estro black. But there's something really different about this car that not a lot of Golf Rs have, which I'll be getting onto in a second, because I believe this optional extra from factory will cost you about £3,000 to £4,000 extra pound. It's really nicely spec'd out. Obviously, as you guys can see, it doesn't have a pan roof, but however, the rest of the car does make up for it. So the black mirror caps, the black antenna as well. As you guys obviously know, like I did mention, it's a performance pack. So like I mentioned, this comes with drift mode as well, obviously heated steering wheel. So yeah, other than the pan roof, this car is spec'd out to the nines, like without that. But the most important thing to get onto is this car, this specific model comes with the Akrapovic exhaust. So I believe not a lot of Golf Rs do have this from standard, and it costs you around £3,000 to £4,000 extra. So I will show you guys in the start. It sounds absolutely stunning. It sounds a lot better than standard, and it pops and bangs as well. This car isn't mapped, it's completely stock. It's just the Akrapovic exhaust, and it's a very expensive exhaust as well, and I do believe it's hard to get hold of them. Like I mentioned, it's a performance pack, as you guys can see as well here. We've got an upgraded spoiler lip as well. This only comes on the performance packs. The antenna as well. I believe on the normal Golf Rs it's just a small little antenna, but because, like I said, this is the performance pack, you've got that upgraded there. Obviously, as you guys can see, the side skirts as well around it, the rear diffuser. It's all in that black colour, which is really nice. Like I mentioned, you got the IQ lights as well, the rear lights, as you guys can see there. It is a really nicely spec'd out car, but the thing that stood out for me on this is the Akrapovic exhaust. I will show you guys when it started up, but it sounds absolutely amazing. And compared to standard Golf Rs, I'd say it's definitely worth that optional £3,000 to £4,000 extra that you're paying. So moving on to the engine, guys. As you know, typical Golf R, 2-litre turbocharged 4-cylinder EA888 engine. I believe on the Mark 8 the output is 315 brake horsepower, and you got roughly about 420 newton meters of torque. And I do believe these do 0 to 60 in around 4.7, 4.5 seconds. But obviously it does vary. The top speed obviously on these is increased to 168 miles per hour compared to the standard 155 miles per hour on the standard Golf Rs. As you guys know, this is a performance pack, so like I said, the speed obviously has been increased. You've got 7-speed DSG automatic gearbox, obviously, as you guys know, with 4-motion all-wheel drive. And obviously with the performance pack, like I mentioned, there's additional modes on here as well. So obviously you've got drift mode, which adjusts the power distribution for controlled oversteer. Specifically on this one as well, when we do go inside and show you guys, it's got special mode, which is the Nürburgring mode. It does make the exhaust sound really, really good, and I think it's optimized for track driving. Like I did mention outside, it's got larger rear spoilers, upgraded wheels, but obviously the main thing that stood out on this is the Akrapovic titanium exhaust, which was an optional extra. So yeah, like I said, it's got all the modern technology, all the modern features that you'd expect from a Golf R. I do believe from when they came out from new, they were priced around 40 to 45k, but now you can pick one up for about 28, 29k. I do believe this specific model that we're here today is on sale as well. We will link it in the advert. That's everything on the outside covered. Let's get into the inside. Like I mentioned, we'll be showing you the interior. Obviously opening it up, really nice interior. You're met with these MK8 Golf R seats. But yeah, let's get into it and let me show you guys all the different modes and the technology that this comes with. As you know, you've got a digital cockpit with the R specific displays. You got the blue touches there as well, so obviously that's the blue R accents and ambient lighting. So obviously you got sport seats as well, obviously, which I did show you guys as well. But inside's a really nice premium place to be compared to the Mark 7. It looks a lot newer inside. Obviously the infotainment, you got a 10-inch touchscreen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Audio. So as you guys can see there, look. But when I start the car up, I'll show you guys all the different modes that are on here. Like I said, this is the performance pack. So on here, you've got a specific mode. You've got drift mode as well, and then I think it was Nürburgring edition, the Nürburgring mode. That does make the exhaust sound a lot different as well. But with this, you got DCC adaptive suspension, which was an optional extra. It adjusts the ride and comfort and stiffness. So there's a lot of nice premium optional extras which have been added onto this. But like I did say, I was going to start it up for you guys. So obviously you press the brake, press start, and like I said, you got all the little blue ambient lighting touches on here as well. Which, yeah, you've got a heated steering wheel as well, which is obviously like I said, really premium on this. But when you come onto this R here, you press R. You've got all these different modes, as you guys can see. When you put it onto special, which is the Nürburgring, I will give it a little rev, it will sound a lot different as well. So if you guys probably can hear that. I don't know about you, but guys, that sounds amazing. Look at that. That is the Akrapovic exhaust there. So there are different modes. Obviously you got drift, you've got sport, you've got comfort. I will put it into race for you guys now. Let's put it in race. No, not sport. So we'll put it into sport for you guys and see if that makes the exhaust sound any different. Oh yeah, see, it won't crackle and bang now. I believe it only does it when you put it into special. But yeah, like I said, interior wise, it's really nice. You got the heated steering wheel. It's a really nice place to be. Like I did mention though, there is no pan roof, but to be honest, sitting in here, you don't really feel it. I know a lot of people do say pan roof, but I think the way this car's been spec'd out, and obviously the addition of the exhaust, it kind of does make up for it. Like I said, it's a really nice premium place to be. Once we do take you guys for a little spin in it, we'll show you what the performance is about. But overall, it is just what you'd expect from a Golf R. It's just beautiful technology and a nice place to be inside as well. So talking about the fuel costs and what it's like, as you guys can see from the data on the screen, average is around 30.6 miles per gallon, which is really good in a performance car like this. It all depends how you're driving the car though and what type of modes you've got it in. But I really do think that is really, really good, to be honest, because even on the VXR we don't even average half of that, to be honest. So if a 2-litre Golf R is doing 30.6 miles per gallon, I would say that's pretty impressive. Obviously talking about that as well, you got flapper paddles as well. But one thing I did want to mention as well, when you've got all these different modes here, once you do put it into comfort, the car goes significantly quieter. I don't know if the camera will catch it, but it is quite a big difference from the comfort and obviously being in the race modes. It just sounds normal and quiet. To be fair, on the interior, once it's in normal mode, you wouldn't be able to tell it's an R. But once you put it obviously into all the different options that you got, then obviously the exhaust comes alive. But yeah, that is basically everything for the interior. I'll show you the little bit difference as well. So like I said, comfort. It sounds different when you're revving it. It's different. Obviously, just to quickly show you guys the difference again, I've put it into special again. You guys will significantly hear the difference now. There you are.
Guys, so we're in the MK8 Golf R now, as you can see. It's going to take you out in it. So right now we are in comfort mode. we're gonna leave it in comfort mode for a bit, and then we're gonna switch between the modes and show you guys the exhaust tones and the sounds. So we're gonna leave it in comfort, we're in a bit of traffic, and then I'm gonna put it in Nürburgring mode, the race mode as well, show you what the car's about, and you can really hear it as well inside when you're sitting, like the pops and bangs in the Nürburgring mode. It sounds really good. But we're just in a bit of traffic now. Once we've got some clear roads, we'll give it a little send, but nothing too much. Right, so inside the car, guys, it's actually really comfortable compared to like your Mark 6, your Mark 7s. The interior, I'm really impressed with it, like the build quality, the design. In comparison to the SW that we did, the newer shape one, that was a 2022. I think that was a little bit better. I mean, it was a bit specced out. Obviously, it had a pan roof. It doesn't have the pan roof, but really, when you're sitting inside, you can't really tell, guys, to be honest. So yeah, we're just hitting the motorway now, and obviously you can't really hear much road noise or anything. It's a really nice drive. Obviously, we're in comfort mode. In a second, we will put it in race mode and Nürburgring mode, just to show you guys how it sounds. The engine tone changes as well, so obviously there's like a selection on the screen where you can change like the different modes. There's also an individual mode where you can change it yourself to tailor it to what you would like. So yeah, I'm just gonna pop it in. So I'm gonna put it in race mode for now. You can hear it, like you can hear the valves open up, and obviously with this exhaust as well, you can hear it. You can hear it a lot better. Inside as well, I think this does have hidden speakers where the noise comes out of, but it does sound good. Obviously on the outside as well, it pops, crackles a bit as well. And I think this sounds the best because obviously it's the Nürburgring mode, and it does pop, crackle and bang a lot, which is what I like. The natural like pops and bangs, nothing like madness. Because I see a lot of Golf Rs where it's just pop, 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 pop continuously, which doesn't sound good in my opinion. But yeah, individual mode sounds really good. Obviously on the outside it probably sounds a lot better as well. But yeah, compared to race mode, on the race mode it doesn't pop, crackle as much, but it is a bit louder. The Nürburgring mode, it does pop and crackle a lot, which is what I like. Opens the valves on the exhaust system. It pulls hard, man. Like it pulls you back in your seat as well, like when you're driving. And obviously now we're in like race mode. One thing I have noticed is the brakes are sharp as well. So the standard brakes that come on these are quite sharp. In regards to the individual mode, that mode is tailored to your needs, so obviously you can have the suspension in comfort, everything else responsive. It just depends what you like and how you want to drive. So the Akrapovic exhaust sounds really good. It's got like a really deep tone to it. It's a full exhaust system, obviously, as we've shown you guys earlier in the video. You can hear that there. It sounds really good. It doesn't sound like the other Golf Rs that you get, obviously, and you can hear some pops and bangs there as well. That pulls strong. Shit. That pulls really well, you know. I'm impressed with this car. And obviously you got the stopping power as well, so when you are sending it, your braking power's there, you just tap the brakes and you can slow down. Not mentioning no speeds, but it does eat up the clock. It just keeps pulling like a train. Obviously we've got the 7-speed DSG, so yeah, the top end on these is quite good. Obviously it pulls all the way up. Obviously it's 7-speed DSG, and the DSG faults as well, they sound good, they sound smooth, it's progressive. You can map these as well. I know there's a lot of tuning software out there for these, but this car is actually stock as of yet, obviously, and it is for sale as well, guys. So if you are interested, we'll leave links down below for you guys, obviously, at Shocars. It's got the right spec there, everything, low mileage, and it's a good car, good overall car. I mean, I love it. It's a nice car, nice drive. You got everything. You got the Digidash, the exhaust, the looks, the power, the comfort. It's literally everything just pushed into one package, and it's all come out of a 2-litre EA AAA engine, which I think is it's a good car. And then we'll switch. Pulls strong, man. Pulls really well. Obviously 4-wheel drive as well, as you guys know, 4 motion, so when the front starts flipping, the power goes to the rear wheels. So it's a bit wet today, it's a bit damp, roads are greasy, and to be fair, it's gripping really well. If we were in a Beamer now, we'd be spinning all over the place.
So interior wise as well, so obviously now I'm in the front, guys. Compared to the S3 that we had when you watched the guys that we did the review on that, I personally feel like this, obviously interior wise, like I did mention, that had the pan roof, but sometimes I feel like the pan roof can get a little bit annoying because you've got a little bit of like too much air flowing through into the car, and when you're inside the car you can't even really tell. The acropovic exhaust, I personally feel like makes up for that as well, because you can hear the exhaust sound and tone. And personally, from my personal preference, I prefer these seats. I feel like they're a bit more of a sporty feel and they hook you into place. But I think performance-wise, this and the S3 are very, very similar. Like you guys know, that was the new S3 that we had, that was the 8Y. And this is why, obviously, as you guys know, is the MK8 Golf R. So inside, like technology-wise, it's all modern, all sleek, everything that you expect of German engineering. But yeah, like I did say to you guys, it doesn't hang about. Like as you guys can see, when we plant it down, it gets off. There's a lot of brake horsepower and torque in this for a little 2-litre car as well. Like we mentioned earlier on, it's got 320 brake. So yeah, it doesn't hang about, to be fair. It roughly does 0 to 60 in about 4.6 seconds as well, so which is really, really quick, obviously, compared to the cars that we've already got. It is a big jump. It is one of the cars we'd want to get next, either this or a Mark 7, but like I said, it's got to make sense financially as well. So obviously, as you guys know, within the UK we have a lot of shit weather. Obviously it's raining and the roads ain't the best. To be fair, the 4-wheel drive, it does stick. When we was on the roads earlier on, it was just point and shoot. Obviously, compared to the rivals that we have within this price range, you've obviously got the new M135i's, which are X-Drive as well. But if you're comparing this to the old M140i's, I would say this is a lot stable. Like obviously with the 140i, you know, the scatty cars are once you put the power down, it doesn't always stick down, does it, properly? So with this, I feel like it's perfect for all weathers, like whether it's snowing, whether it's raining. Like as you guys know, we've always got rain, always got damp weather here, so I feel like it's really good. Like as I said, 4-wheel drive, point and shoot. So obviously, as you guys know, this car is for sale as well. We will link it all in the adverts as well. Make sure you guys get down to Shocars, because these guys are the best in the game. They have hand-specific chosen cars. This car is priced at $31.99 as well, which is amazing for the spec that it's on here. We'll link to the advert as well, so when you go on there, they've got a great price indicator on there as well. So it just goes to show these guys do definitely take pride in what they do. You can just read these guys' reviews, and the reviews do enough speaking for itself. Very, very vouched for. So if you guys are interested in it, we'll leave the links in the description. Make sure you guys do hit these guys up, and like I said, even if there is any car that you do want that isn't in stock, you can message these guys, and I'm sure they'll be happy enough to help you and source the car for you and get the perfect car.
So unfortunately, guys, that is the end of today's video. So yeah, let us know what you think of this MK8 Golf R. Personally, we think it's a really nice car. It's a nice car to drive. Obviously DSG as well. It's got the power, it's got the looks, it's got everything, and obviously, especially with this exhaust as well, I think it ticks all the boxes. Obviously, it didn't have the pan roof, but I think this exhaust makes up for it. So yeah, let us know what you guys think, and yeah, there's a lot more content on the way, guys. So yeah, make sure you guys like, comment and subscribe, and yeah, we'll see you guys in our next video.